Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of February 2024. Now, if this is one of your first times catching one of my readings, I want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using this tarot deck that I don't even think has a name, but that's the one I'm using. I'll clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Cancer, with a Moonology Oracle card. I almost forgot what that was. All right, also, I'd like to invite you to join my newsletter because I recorded a private pick a card reading for you. So when you decide to sign up to the Intuitive Gems newsletter, you will get instant access to that private pick a card reading. Okay, so the link for that is in the description, and I would love to have you join the family. All right, Cancer, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Because what I'm seeing here is that there's some decisions that are keeping you stuck. Now, the thing is these are decisions that I think have to be made, especially as it relates to your money. But there's also an element of being stuck as a result of that decision. So I'm not sure what exactly the specifics are, again, because this is a general reading. But there's something here where you are making a decision, but the decision is keeping you stuck, especially as it relates to making more money. Now, is it because you have to let go of something? Because I'm picking up this swords energy here, the swords, the ace of swords, the page of swords. Now, the page of swords is actually a good card to see because this means that you've got good news coming as it relates to something being stopped or discontinued. Then we have the ace of swords. Now, the ace of swords talks about a breakthrough, but when he's in the reverse, that means that something is stuck, something's blocking the movement here. Now, because we are talking about money, I'm feeling like these are all things either work related or business related, okay? Because that's the energy I'm picking up here. We also have a lot of offers here, but it looks like, again, you said no to a bunch of things, and now maybe you're second guessing yourself, Cancer. Now, the thing is I feel like this is all just kind of it's kind of just a moment, right? This is not indicative of how things are going to ultimately be permanently. But I do feel like this energy here is really kind of throwing you off track as it relates to what you want to do with your money. You know that there's some things you need to let go of. You know that there's some choices you need to make or didn't make, or maybe you're afraid to make. But once you kind of clear all of that, I want to call it loose energy because I feel like it's energy that's just kind of willy-nilly here and willy-nilly there, and there's no coherency. There's no directing this energy in a very intentional way, and so your results that you're getting are kind of like willy-nilly as well. Again, because we're talking about money, I'm feeling like you really need to kind of put some systems and some structures in place, because that's really going to help you, and that's really going to make things a lot easier. So when these decisions come up, you're not going to feel so overwhelmed or stuck, I guess would be a good word. All right, but don't you worry, Cancer. Look, we've got the Star card. That's always good news. Oh, and that King of Swords. All right, so the Star card is all about you being the star of the show, but it's also confirmation that blessings upon blessings, and we're talking about money here, maybe financial blessings for you, are definitely on the way. But this is also a confirmation card that you're doing the right things, even though you may feel a little out of sync with what the actions you're taking. Maybe they just don't resonate, but you know they need to be done. A lot of that happens on the money journey. I have learned this myself, where it's like, I don't really want to do this and I don't have any experience doing this, but I know this is what needs to be done because my goals are to grow, to expand and to experience more. And I feel like you are in that same place, Cancer. So as this relates to your money, this is good. This means that you're on track, okay? This is another good card to see because it means you're no longer feeling discouraged. So that's really what I'm seeing here. This first week, things are kind of all over the place, but by the second week, you really get things back on track in a very good way. We also have that King of Swords. That's eliminating the distractions or anything that's standing in the way of you making the money you want to make or having the success that you want to have, whether that is removing people from your life, removing yourself from certain situations. For some of you, it will be leaving a job or maybe leaving a whole industry or career altogether. But you know what you need to do, and it looks like you take the steps and you put things in place so you can do it. And this is going to free up your energy to allow more money to come in. Now we also have that Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about, you just need something different. Sometimes that's really all it is too. Not that anything is necessarily wrong, but we just need to do something different. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was like a loud, like a stomping sound outside, and I didn't know if it was the apocalypse. I know that probably sounds crazy, but that's what it sounded like. Okay, let's put this here. All right, so you got one of the most positive cards, the Sun, the Star, the Sun. Now, it doesn't matter how the star shows up in my readings. When this little baby shows up, it's all good, right? So that happens in the middle of the month as it relates to your money. Again, walking away from a job that no longer serves you. The King of Cups, this is about emotional intelligence. Looks like you get your emotions in place. Your emotions are in check so you can make those financial decisions. We also got the Page of Pentacles. That's some unexpected news as it relates to money. This isn't necessarily negative because I see these cards that are right next to here. But I do feel like this is something where you get some news as it relates to money, but it's not going to be exactly the news that you thought you were going to get, but it's not bad, right? So let's say maybe, surprisingly, you get a tax return or something like that. Or maybe someone surprisingly pays you back the money they owe you, and you weren't expecting to get that back for months. It's something like that, okay? We also got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is good news as it relates to work, as it relates to your career. This is an announcement coming through. And I do believe this is something that's going to benefit you. This is something where maybe you're getting a raise. Maybe somebody is getting promoted. And so now there's a position and they want you to take over that person's position. Maybe somebody quits that you can't stand. Right? So that helps you to become more productive while you're at work. It could be anything. It really could. So, not that I'm wishing anything bad on anybody, but I'm sure we've all been in those situations where, work is just unbearable because of a certain person or people. Okay, yep. Okay, more money is definitely coming, especially at the end of the month. Okay, Cancer. I can tell you that because of this Ten of Cups. And interesting, we also got this Nine of Wands. We got him twice. And, okay, that's it for repeaters. We got the Judgment card. That is the card of self-improvement, self-investment, personal development, and personal growth. So, you becoming the better version of who you decide to be really opens up a lot of doors for you, okay? Because now you're exposed to a whole different mindset, and you shift the people that you are attracted to and the people that are attracted to you. Again, this brings more opportunity, which brings more money. Pay attention to the budget because the budget really needs to be, I'm feeling like the budget really needs to be reworked. Okay, Cancer, because, and this happens towards the end of the month. I'm feeling like there's some things you could do better, but you just didn't know. Like maybe you didn't know how to do the budget how you're supposed to, or maybe you've learned something since you've last tried to do a budget. And so now is the time for you to rework that budget, and really keep track of everything so you know your numbers, how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, and the money that's going out, where is it going to, and does it have to go out there? Like, do you have to pay this amount for that? You know, and are there ways that maybe you can redirect some funds so that money grows, or that money grows quicker? It's all of these things that you need to take into consideration as it relates to your money, your budget, and really being clear on how your money is working for you. All right, we talked about that Nine of Wands. That is no longer feeling discouraged or frustrated or lost as it relates to what your plans are financially, money-wise. We also got the Ten of Cups, again, one of the most positive cards in the deck. And that Ten of Cups fell onto the Sun, which is also one of the most positive card in the deck. So this is how I know more money is coming in towards the end of the month. And I do feel like this is either something you've been waiting for and it finally shows up, or it's something where you're like, I wasn't expecting this, but I'm sure glad that happened. You know, it's one of those types of surprises, which is really nice. And I do believe that this is going to help you get back on track as it relates to your money, Cancer. Finally, we have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a card of heartache, but I'm not feeling like this is something that is soul crushing. I'm feeling like this is a disappointment. And I'm wondering if it's to do with this work announcement here. You know, maybe your best work buddy, she announces that she's leaving or something like that. Well, you're really sad, but you're happy for her. But then maybe that opens up a position for you to advance, right? So it's like a happy, sad kind of situation. I've seen that happen a lot. The other thing about the Three of Swords too is sometimes it just talks about feeling disappointment because you know that maybe it's time for things to be better. You have an awareness that something needs to change. And that's not always a bad thing, because that could be the motivation that really inspires you to take the action you need to take, or to do the things that you need to do, or to put yourself in places where you need to be, whatever, you know, whatever it is. All right, so Cancer, let's take a look here. We talked about you making some decisions that could be keeping you stuck. But then all of that kind of clears out or straightens itself out once we hit the second week. And then you really start doing what needs to be done. And this is where your money starts showing up too in the second half of the month. So I guess the best thing for me to say for you, Cancer, is to keep going, because things really are falling into place. It may not look like it, it may not feel like it, but when it comes to your money, things really are starting to shift for you. And sometimes all you can do is all you can do. All you can do is keep going, even though you don't have any indication that it's working, or you don't have any indication that you're on the right track. But I'm here to tell you, by the time we close out February, you will have confirmation, and you will know that you did the right things and that you are moving in the right direction as it relates to your money and your finances. All right. Okay, Cancer, let's go ahead and pull a Moonology Oracle card. And these cards are so big, they're hard for me to shuffle. Okay. Okay, so we got communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay, so now when we talk about communication, a lot of times we feel like it's communication with others, but I also believe that sometimes it's communication with ourselves, or maybe communication with our higher self. And the way we do that is through prayer, meditation, sometimes journaling. So whatever this means for you, Cancer, whatever this looks like for you, I really want to encourage you to embrace this communication is key. Because remember, sometimes we need to talk things out, or we need to sort things out within ourselves. All right, Cancer, well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you do have any questions or comments, let me know. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.